that's going to work for you, because everybody's body is different. And everybody has different, aspects. My mom had the highs and lows. I don't really get the lows that she got. I saw her get, but she didn't have the real delusion the way I got, the whole thing about being God and everything. She didn't get that, So my dad actually was married to her quite a while. He didn't even, I had to teach him about mental illness. I had to teach him what it really was and what it was all about. Because I remember one time he said to me, look, you take medicine for your head, you're sick in the head. He's kind of joking around. But you're not. You take medicines, you're healthy. You got your feet on the ground, you're thinking, And, to try to fight this thing without medicine is just, it's just like other parts of the world where they're living in the Stone Ages.
Yeah.
Were
you able to talk much with your mother about this, or actually, as you learn later as you look back, or did you have an interaction with her as it started to manifest in things?
Well, when my mom was dying, she was having a depressive episode.
Okay.
And I drove down at 3 a.m. I knew something in me told me something was really wrong, And I said, Mom, we got to get you to the hospital, We got to get you to the hospital. And she just told me, she was depressed about the things you're depressed about when you're depressed are not really things that you would get that depressed about. It's chemical.
Right.
Depression is chemical.
Yeah.
So she was depressed. She was focusing on a car that she had overpaid for. It was a bug. She paid too much money for it.
Maybe even in years past? Or was it?
No, it was present. The bug was out there.
Okay.
It was one of those Volkswagen 70s bugs,
Okay.
And, I said to her, we got to get you to the hospital, you got to go. Because she was awake when I got there at 3 a.m, you know what I mean? She was, and I knew, I said, sleep. If you're losing sleep, you got a problem.
And I agree.
Everybody needs sleep. Huge factor.
Yeah.
So I said, we got to get you to the hospital. And she said, no, you can't help me, Phil. Just go swimming, do whatever, You can't help me. And she had a heart attack.
Yeah.
A few weeks later, she died. And she was 78. She lived a good life,
But you apparently still you have the recollection of her life in relation to yours, obviously being your mother, and sounds like you maybe still take, some pieces out of that you can kind of mull over and think about in relationship to your life.
A few months before she died, she went away to like Florida or something for the winter. It'd been a while since I'd seen her. I said, I really got to see her, and I said to her, I want to thank you for all the good things you did for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I want you to know that I love you unconditionally. And I said all those things to her because my mom and dad got divorced. So and I was kind of on my dad's team, you know what I mean? So I felt a little bit bad.
Yeah, but you had the courage to get that done, because not all of us do till afterwards,
Yeah, and it's too late, and I didn't want that to happen to me.
Very takes courage sometimes. Maybe not the biggest kind of courage, but to get that out there and have it all said is very important.
I wanted to make sure, because because when the camp was running, it was my mom and dad initially, and then slowly it became me and my dad at the end running it, because they were getting divorced and not getting along, and my mom actually didn't think my dad could run the camp anymore.
Okay.
She thought he had dementia, which I wouldn't completely disagree with. He was getting a little crazy. But I wanted the camp to keep going, as long as I could. So eventually, I took over the role of director too, and
And that did go for a little while?
Yeah, it did. Went for another 10 years.
Yeah, well, which is not insignificant.
But we made a lot of money in those years, you know.
Good.
They were very productive years, you
and
know.
I have
financially anyway.
Yes. I have wonderful memories of camp, you know, kids' camps, as I grew up around them and went to a few myself. And so you had, you know, that financially it was worthwhile, but it sounds like you touched a lot of people too.
We did. Actually, on Facebook, there's Camp Golden Arrow alumni, where all the people talk to each other from the 70s when my dad was healthy, and you know, that wasn't the later years where other people were doing the directing, including myself. Yeah. We out of time?
No, not quite. I think we got a couple more minutes. I want to make sure that that I give you a chance to mention anything more you'd like to. And this doesn't mean the end of the road. We can do another show, or maybe Linda will, so you can continue this, because I think you're exceptional in the aspect of being able to basically really explain your situation and how you've dealt with it. And I think this is an ongoing thing, obviously. And I'd be happy to talk with you again about it. And it's very, I'm very aware how important it is to get the message out there. So
I think we're on the cutting edge of this. You know, a lot of parts of the world are in the dark ages. You know, they kill people that have problems. You know, or just throw them in cells and throw away the key. You know. Forget about them. You know, they're useless. You know, probably not too long ago it was that way in this country too.
I don't think it was that long ago, really, in the big picture of time. Yeah, we've
the modern medication, man. That's the way. That's going to do it. It's going to the cure. You know.
All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up. I'm very happy to have Phil here today, and
it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, it was you too. And I'm filling in for Linda on Walking Through Life. And please stay tuned, and hope you enjoyed the program. Thanks.